Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials on any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com.
Have we completed this part correct? We discussed about this, right? So we got to know that it's reaching out to the app module, correct everyone? Now we have to understand what is this app module. Agree everyone? Well, are you there, right?
Right. Yeah.
So here, right, what we need to do now, we have to understand what do you mean by a module over here. Now, when you talk about a module, right? Module, it's a container or it's a wrapper which holds all components, services, guards, interceptors, model classes, then directives, then pipes. Okay, now people have a look over here. All these are nothing but your agenda for another 2 days. People, did you get the point? All these are nothing but what? All these are nothing but the agenda for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
When you talk about a module, right? A module, it's a wrapper or a container which includes component, service, guards, interceptor, model classes, directives, pipe. Okay. It includes everything. It includes everything. Now, when you talk about an Angular, when you talk about the Angular will have a default module called app module. This point is a bit important. Angular will by default will have a module, okay, called app module. So through this, right, it will connect to whom? Through this, right, it will connect to app module. All of you clear with this point or not? People, are you able to get the linking between this or not?
Yes.
Any questions as of now? First, it will render your index.html. Along with this index.html, right, it will look into this main.ts. From this main.ts, it will connect to the bootstrapping module. In this bootstrapping module, we have mentioned app module, correct? And in every Angular application will have a, by default, it has a module called app module. This is also referred as root module. Clear everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
This is referred as a root module, okay? Now this app module will act as an entry for your entire Angular application. Now after this, right, what will happen? People, have you observed? Now, did you get the clarity? What is this Bootstrap module and all? Correct? Bootstrap module is nothing but your entry module. Now, what is your entry module? App module. Now, if you look into this app module, right? Here, is it referring app.module.file from which folder? From the app folder, right? So for that purpose, I will expand this app folder. Inside this app folder, you can find out app.module.ts, right? Here .ts, it will not take it. It is pre-assumed that it's going to include or it's going to import which file? It's going to import the file called app.module. All of you clear till this point or not?
Yes.
Right? So it will reach out to your app module. Now, people here are able to see this app module class, right? Now, before going to start this discussion, right? Here I told you in Angular, everything is a class, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Already I have informed you that in Angular, everything is a class. So here they have declared a class called appmodule.ts. Internally, it will refer this appmodule.ts. But about this appmodule.ts, you can find out some information, right? Okay, now to get this clarity, people in Java, right? Have you come across with the annotations?
Yes.
Okay, apart from that, .NET also we have some annotation, but I'm not sure about the Python part, okay? Someone worked in the Python? There, do we have some sort of annotation kind of thing? Okay, now those who are not having any awareness regarding the annotation, right? For them, I will give you the clarity. Now, if you don't have any knowledge regarding this annotation part, right? For them, I will give the clarity. Anvisha, I think you are from the database side, correct?
Yeah.
So Anvisha, you tell me this one, right? You know there are some predefined views are there, correct? User underscore tables, user underscore columns, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Those will provide you the
Yeah.
metadata about the table specifications, right? Agree?
Right.
Correct. That
Yes.
is the metadata, right? So here, right?
Yeah.
Here, these annotations. Now, these annotations in TypeScript, they're referred as decorators. Okay. What they will do? They will provide you the metadata. Is it clear or not?
Hey viewers, are you looking for formal training on SRE practices? Take our SRE program. This course will teach you how to successfully implement site reliability engineering in the modern day 24/7 services. Kickstart your SRE training today. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Okay.
What they will do? They will provide you the metadata. So Anvesha, there you are getting the information, right? Metadata information regarding the table format, correct? Here, the same information you are going to provide it in this format. There, your column will act as a key and the row will act as a value, correct? So here, we are providing the same kind of information in terms of a key value pair. Got it now?
Yeah.
Now, the next point. Now here, people again are able to see this bootstrap field over here. So every Angular application will have a root module, and this root module will have a root component. Now this root component will be considered as root element or homepage for your module. It will consider it as the what? Homepage for a module. Now, this Bootstrap now we will have a look over here. This ng model, it will provide you the complete model details, as I already told you, correct? Now here, this Bootstrap will find out or will confirm your entry component. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Correct? Then the next point. Here, in declaration, right? What we'll do in the declaration part, whatever the components which are available, right? Those components will get it into this declaration part. Now, first of all, here we have to understand what do you mean by a component. Here we have to understand what do you mean by a component. Now, just a second.
Hey viewers, trying to get into DevSecOps? Enroll for our DevSecOps certified professional programs and earn the certification that shows you are fit for these technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Okay, now we will have a look over here. Now, when you talk about a component, right? A component is nothing but it's an unit amount of work for your application. Now we will in this case, right, when you will talk about a unit, right, what is that unit? That unit you have to decide. Are you getting my point or not? When you talk about a unit, right, that unit you have to decide. Got it, everyone? Here, right, when you talk about the unit amount of UI, right, that unit you have to decide. That unit, it includes the entire page or it includes part of the page. Now, as per the standard practice, right, as per the standard practice, we should design the component in such a way that it will be, it should not split into another component, or it should not split into another part. Hello, did you get the point or not? Now, why we should do this thing? Anyone? Okay. Now, to get the understanding for this, right, I will ask a question. What are the applications that you are developing, right, in Fidelity environment? Can you write the entire application code into a single file, everyone? Is it possible?
No.
Everyone, it is possible. It is possible. Everyone,
But
it is possible. But managing, is it possible? Managing that entire application, doing the maintenance for that entire application, is it possible? Bit difficult, everyone.
Yes.
People, others, did you get the point or not? See,
Yes.
writing the entire application into a single file, will it work? Yes, it will work definitely. Correct. But maintaining that application bit difficult or not? So in that case, right, will you follow modularity or not? Will you divide your application stuff into small pieces, correct? And those small pieces will act as a reusable stuff or not? All of you agree with this?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Now, from the same perspective, we will talk about a component, right? A component will hold your UI part. Will hold the UI part. But what would be a scope for that UI? What would be a scope of the UI? It can include the entire application ka UI. Yes, it can. But are we supposed to do that? No, we are not supposed to do that. Then what is the expectation? Then in this case, we are expecting that we should design a component. We should design the UI for our component in such a way that it should not split into another part. That means if we'll follow this principle, right, you will tell me can we achieve reusability or not? And this reusability will help us to perform the age of maintenance, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, next point. So in this way, right, we should design the components. Now internally, again, I'll take you to the another drawdown. Okay, so this, it will reach out to the app module. An app module will reach out to which component? Will reach out to the app component, which is a root component or not? Correct, everyone? Right? Now, in this case, people remember this part, okay? Here, whenever we'll create okay. Now, when you will create a component, right? A component, when you will create a component, right? This component will provide you 4 files. The first file will be .css, .html, .ts, .spec, .ts. .css. People tell me, what is the use of .css file? This .css file will help us. This .css file will help us to hold your CSS specification for your application or not. Then, sorry, not application, for that specific component. .html will be used for what purpose? To hold the UI for your component, correct? Then .ts file will act as a controller from the Spring MVC. Is it clear or not?
Yes.
It will act as a controller. This is your UI related part. This one is also your UI related part. Correct, everyone? The models, we should have it. Correct. So .ts will act as a controller. Now inside this .ts file only, what we'll do, we'll write our complete business logic for your component. .spec.ts are used for handling the test cases. Now the next point. Now will in Java, right, will you use a test package or not? Agree? So inside the test package only, you will write all your test cases. Right. But in .NET also will follow the same kind of mechanism. I don't know anything about the Python. So I believe in Python also, right? You will write some test case files, correct? Who is there from the Python?
Hey viewers, our Mastery in DevOps engineering program can help you to hone the skills necessary to succeed in high-level DevOps positions. So what are you waiting for? Enroll now and earn certification that show you are keeping pace with today's technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Okay, now in Java we'll create a test package, okay? But here, right, we have to follow a naming convention strategy called .spec.ts only. When you come across with the .spec.ts, this .spec.ts will allow you to write the test cases. Is it clear or not? This dot inside this dot spec.ts file only, what we have to do, we have to write all our test cases files, okay, or whatever the test cases for the component that we want to write it, all the things should be placed under the dot spec.ts. Is it clear, everyone, or not?
Abhinandan, one question here. So spec.ts, if it is specific to test cases, so will it be a mandatory part of a component?
Yes. See, by default, when you create a component, right, it will create the dot spec.ts for you, okay. Whether you want to write the test case or not, that is Anvisha up to you.
Okay.
Did you get the point? Okay, if I want to talk from the PL SQL perspective, right? So now tell me, when you create a package, right? At that time, writing the package body, it's not a mandate thing, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Like that,
whatever spec that we write,
you want, you can put a blank body also, right? Agree?
Yeah.
So in the same way, right, this spec.ts will be generated automatically. Okay. Whether you want to use it or not, it's up to you. But from the development perspective, these three files are a bit important. Is it clear now?
Okay.
This is purely for your testing part, okay? Nothing else.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, the next point. Now, people, in this case, right, have a look over here. So here we got to know about the component. Okay, now I'll take you to the flow again. Your index.ts and main.ts will work together for your Angular application. Main.ts will connect with you to the app module. App module will connect you to the app component, and this app component is referred as a root component. So whatever the stuff that you want to render it over the UI, everything will be routed via, or everything will be rendered via app component. Is it clear or not? So this is a workflow. Okay, now let me take you to this. Now, people, inside this, right, are you able to see this app root element, correct? Hello, everyone, are you able to see this app root element, correct?
Yes.
Now the next question is this: this app root element, is it a predefined element or it's a custom element? In HTML, do we have any element called app root element?
No.
We don't think so. There would be an element called app root, correct, everyone? I'm pretty sure that now I'm pretty sure, you know, this app root, it's a custom element, right? Now the next question is raised: this app root element stuff is used inside the Angular, correct? But how Angular will get to know about this app root, that we need to understand, right? To get that clarity, again I will ask one question. You will tell me, your index.html and your main.ts, are they going to work together? Yes, they are going to work together, everyone, right? Now, when we are saying they are going to work together, what does it mean? It means that this app root element is somewhere, the definition of this app root element is defined or not. What do you think? Somewhere it is defined, right, in Angular application. But now we need to understand where it is defined, how it is utilizing it. All of you agree with the same or not? Correct. For that purpose, what it will do, this main.ts is going to load your entry module, right? What is your entry module? app module, and inside the app module, what is your entry component? App component. Then what it will do? It will go to and it will go and visit the app component. Okay. When it will visit this app component, people, are you able to see this selector over here or not? Correct, everyone. Here, are you able to see this selector over here? Now, people, this selector name. People, now tell me, this selector name, is it matching with your app root element or not?
Yes.
Now, can I say that there is a linkage between this app component and the index.html now? Are they linked now?
Yes.
Now, in this situation, what it will do? Now, wherever it will come across with this app root element in your Angular application, that app root element, it will replace with the UI stuff, which is written in a file called app.component.html. So if you go to this app.component.html, right here, whatever the stuff that you will provide it over here, the same stuff will be provided over the, or the same stuff will be rendered over the UI. Now let's confirm the same. Here I will remove it and I'll put simple h1 tag, and here I will mention hello from app component. I'll just save it and I'll go to the UI. Over the UI, you will now tell me this hello from Fidelity message, it's coming from where? From where it is coming?
Index.html.
Index.html.
It is from index.html, right? And this hello from app component, from where it is coming?
From app component.
App.component.html, correct? How this stuff is coming from app.component.html, right? Let's have again quick overview. Now here it is able to find out app root, right? So by default, it's going to load which module? App module. In app module, already which component is bootstrapped? App component, right? When it will come across with this app component, then it will get to know. Now here the selector name is matched. Once the selector name is matched, then what it will do? Will it render this app component.html or not? Now when it will render this app component.html, so what it will do? Whatever the content which is available in this component, right? It will render it against the app root. Is that clear, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Right now, people, could you please do the same changes at your end, and can you confirm the outcome so that I can proceed to the next point?
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.